What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here, thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we are on the test server here today, so thank you Plarium for allowing us access to the test server. And we will be testing out the Odin Faefather that is available coming up this week during a 2x Void event. He is offered with a boosted 10x boost for Odin himself. We're going to jump into his kit here real quick. He's part of the Asgard Divide event, but he is not a limited champion. He's going to be in the game pool forever. So there he is, Odin. He is a Void legendary. Looks super sweet. Super sweet here. Gold-plated armor. It's got all the little trinkets and stuff. Looks very good. Got the eye patch. Got the cool background. And then the Raven hopping in. Very cool. So Odin is the boss in the event dungeon as well. So you guys probably encountered him already. He basically has the same skills as a champion, which is really cool. Base stats look pretty solid, although a little bit light on the HP and a little bit high on the attack. He seems kind of like a mixed bag in terms of stats. Kind of like Brogni, where Brogni is attack based, but then he has really low attack for some reason. And he doesn't have the boosted crit damage, so you don't really think he's going to be a like nuker level damage, but let's see what he's about. He is a support champion here. Is A1. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance to place Berserk. So Berserk is a new debuff. The way it works is that when the champion gets Berserked, they take 50% more damage, but then they can also dish out 50% more damage. Where this is relevant is if you place this on a damage dealer, for example. So if Odin attacks a damage dealer and then debuffs them with Berserk, that damage dealer will deal significantly more amounts of damage, and then they'll be much squishier. But as we know, damage dealers are pretty squishy already. So for Odin, you probably don't want to be targeting a damage dealer, and you definitely want to be targeting support champions, because those support champions will be dealing more damage, but then they deal so little damage that it wouldn't be very significant, but then they'll be receiving much more damage to themselves. So it's actually a decent weakening debuff on an A1. 75% chance to apply when fully booked. Is A2, very nice A2, down to a 3-turn cooldown, needs 2 books to get the full 100% chance on it. Strips, full strip on the enemy, and then 100% chance to land decreased defense and stun. Stun for 1 turn, decreased defense for 2 turns. Very solid 3-turn move here. It's similar to Arman's, where Arman's does the strip and then the stun. But then Arman's is actually even more crazy, because Arman's actually steals the turn meter, which makes Arman's ridiculously insane. Decreased defense, although already insane, with the stun, with the strip on a 3-turn cooldown. Think about this for a second here. Remember, War Maiden only did a 3-turn cooldown AoE decreased defense. Odin strips buffs, decreased defense, and full stuns on a 3-turn cooldown. It's just insane. And of course, like, yeah, Arman's probably has like the craziest 3-turn AoE stun ability like ever. So you have Odin here with basically the second best AoE stun ability in the world. So you got that. His A3 is actually also very interesting as well. 3-turn cooldown, got 20% from books. So this is probably his damage dealing skill. Single target hit before attacking, it strips the opponent. And then the attack will be based on, what is it? It's based on enemy max HP, but the multiplier in damage inflicted by the skill depends on the target's type. So I guess enemy max attack, enemies max defense, enemies max HP, and then ignore 100% of the target's defense. It's actually kind of interesting, because some champions specifically stack more of a certain stat, but then they are of a certain type. So it's kind of interesting. And this move can be very devastating, actually. We can definitely take a look at how it actually will work in real life settings, but I'm sure if you attack an attack-based champion with lots of attack, they'll probably get totally whacked. But let's say you attack a defense-based champion with not so crazy defense and then very high scaling HP, they might not get whacked that much. Like for example, like a Duchess. A Duchess is defense based, but usually you build a Duchess with quite a bit of HP and not so much defense. Of course, a lot of defense, but not so much. And then maybe Odin won't do as much damage to them. But we're going to have to take a look. Second part of his skill is if the target is killed, then they revive a dead ally with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Very, very good attack, 3-turn cooldown. We'll see how hard it hits. But that seems to be like his money move in terms of damage. His passive is incredibly good, incredibly annoying. Every 9 turns, he places a block damage on himself and then spreads the effect, taking all buffs from this champion and placing them on all allies. Well, the 9 turns is not him taking 9 turns, it's 9 turns in total out of everybody. So if you run a very slow team and Odin's just chilling there and everybody's taking turns all around him, he's still placing this passive. It's actually very strong. He actually doesn't need speed to make this work. He just chills there and he'll just passively place block damage debuffs on your whole buffs on your team every 9 turns everybody takes. So it actually works pretty good in like a slow, go second team, let the other team do whatever, speed along, and then, he'll just place block damage on everyone without really doing anything. But yeah, really insane passive. It's pretty unique and it's super, super strong. Aura, again, unique. Increase void ally speed in arena only by 40%. That's a really high speed bonus for void ally only. The thing is, it's like Odin doesn't help mythical champions because there's no mythical void champions right now in game at this moment of recording of this video, but I'm sure there will be soon. But increase all voids speed in arena battles by 40%. That's really, really nice. Obvious pairings would be like Suzanne or like Sifi, for example, would be just loving Odin's aura here. But yeah, we'll test him out in some arena settings. His kit definitely tailors for arena. Obviously, the AoE decreased defense and stun is going to be very good in wave-based content. This ability, strip, a single target strip and a big hit. We'll see how well that does, but for the most part, he's going to be mainly used for this. If you're going to use him for PvE, he's mainly going to be used for this. This ability also is very, very good for dungeons, for example, or Doom Tower if you need him there. But he's mainly going to be used for his stun, great wave control. But we'll see how he does in arena in this video. All right, let's jump into this fight here. I got a pretty jacked up team here, but I'm going to be facing some of these testers with some pretty nice teams as well. So I'm just going to bring some better support for this showcase. So I got Odin here. Obviously, I got Sifi, who's going to benefit a lot from the speed boost. Necrit and Taras here for my DPS. We're going to go up against another Taras, Duchess, and Pythion. Keep in mind that Duchess is defense based. Pythion is HP based. Taras is HP based. And then Ultimate Death Knight is defense based. So let's see how his damage will ramp up as well for his A3. That's one of the big things that we want to see as well. So we can test it out here. 1-time speed. The 40% boost speed aura is massive. All right, let's see what we can do here with the strip and decrease defense. Strip and decrease defense. Let's see if we can do some stuff here. Oh, there we go. Got sheep right away. There we go. Odin. Odin the sheep. It's always going to be a sheep, I guess. All right, he's back. He's back out. All right, let's do this again. Let's do the strip and single target. That's kind of nice too, right? So let's get through this Ultimate Death Knight. Okay, let's see who I'm going to steal. I'm going to steal Duchess. So Duchess is defense based, so we'll be whacking her with the max HP hit against defense. Okay, let's see. Let's see how much damage it does. Let's slow it down first, actually. Slow it down. Boom, 90k. Actually not bad. That's actually not bad at all. 90k slam, and then it took her stuff too, and then he actually placed the block damage buff out everywhere too. That's pretty insane. Let me see if I can one-shot Taras, maybe. That would be interesting. I don't think so. Taras has the passive that makes him pretty insane. See where this goes. Berserk? Nope. That A1's pretty weak though. A1 only hit Python for about 3k. That's like super weak. Oh, and it, you know, got 9 turns again. His passive's popping off. Man, this guy feels invincible, man. Like 9 turns? That's like nothing. Holy smokes. Strip and stun? Strip. Stun. Yo, they're done. Look at this level of control, guys. Alright, look. I'm going to try to one-shot Taras. And then, oh, almost killed me. Almost killed me. But wait, I'm going to be killing you. Well, 42k. Okay, he's not doing insane amounts of damage, right? Obviously, Taras has the built-in passive, so it doesn't really fully apply to him. But he did kill that Duchess with an 89k slam. I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? I'll show you guys the build and the gear afterwards, but you guys might be a little bit surprised at, I mean, how well he actually performed in that fight. Let's try this one with the same team. We do have a mix of champions here. We have HP-based nuker, attack-based nuker, Sifi, and then we have Python again with the HP-based support. So we can go strip and stun again. I think this is probably what you want to open with. Yep, that's pretty good. Probably not. I don't want to blast everybody yet. Send that into him. Want to see, let's see the Python cleanse. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can strip the Python's stone skin. Wait, actually, it won't kill him. So let's try to kill somebody. Let's see what we can do against Wukong. So Wukong is attack based, so we'll be dealing damage against his attack, assuming that he is built for attack. Sorry, let's slow it down. And stole it, and boom, 86k. I mean, it's decent, right? It's more than enough to kill like an attack-based nuker, of course. I don't want Taras to do anything crazy. Let's try to kill that Sifi again. Let's try to kill the Sifi, actually. With the same A3, I guess. 4,700. Not significantly hard or anything like that. Yeah, his A1 definitely doesn't feel like it's a big slam. Any kind of slam, I mean. Oh, 9 turns already. See, this is gonna work out really good against obviously very fast teams. Yeah, heavily protected. All right, strip and stun. Ooh, stripped. Some protected buffs here, so couldn't take it all down. Oh man, and then we got the passive back. Just absolutely bonkers, man. Holy cow. Like, I mean, this fight would have been over a long time ago, but we're just kind of taking it easy. Okay. All right, let's try this against Sifi with defense down. And boom, 92k. I think it's pretty strong. I mean, I don't think Odin is, I don't think Odin's a big, damage dealing champion, but if you're going to deal like 92 against Sifi, pretty good, I think. Maybe it would have been more better test if she didn't have defense down. Let's try another set here. I mean, if we're gonna get outsped, probably not the best test, I think, for Odin. Right, let's try this one. This one looks pretty nasty. All right. How many sheeps here? No sheeps? Okay. All right. Strip and stun. Stone stins didn't get sheeped. Didn't get stripped, sorry. All right. Let's see what we can do against Rhodos, actually. Because Rhodos is a mix, right? A mix of HP and attack. I think he is attack based. Let's see if we can steal this protected ally protection. I don't think we can, but it's good to just confirm it, I guess. Don't think we can. 17k. Yeah, it's not going to do anything against Rhodos. Can't go through his passive, of course. Okay. How about Necrit? Necrit is defense based. Necrit is defense based. Yeah, so let's see how hard his A3 actually hits against him. Come on. Pop the shield. Oh no, attack down. Rip you. Stun you. Buff up. Alright, can I one-shot her? Oh, baby. 83k slam from the A3. You know, like, he's actually not too bad in terms of dealing damage. I mean, as a support champion, having the A3, you know, it's, you know, you kind of argue, like, is it better than actually having a revive? Like, what if his A3 was just a plain revive? Would it be better? But let's take a look at the build that I had him in here. So this is my Odin. I had it in 2-turn stone skin. So basically he's taking 2 turns of protection with the stone skin here. 6-piece. Got 2 accessories and then the 4-piece up top. I don't have him in... I would have put him in crit damage amulet, but I didn't have crit damage. But this one has a triple crit damage roll in it, so it's half as good. But obviously I geared him up with high accuracy. Just so he can do his strip and stuns, of course. Here's the total stats on him. He's quick. He's got 300 speed so that he can go ahead of, obviously, my damage dealers. So he can strip everybody and then place the decreased defense and then stun so that my damage dealers can deal max damage, for example. Yeah, he has high accuracy. I mean, 600-ish is not super high, but it's pretty high. He has no blessings as well. So if you had blessings for him, then, you know, get closer to 700, for example. Fully booked, of course. You just get more value out of his books. I think he's a must to book, just because his chance here is only 80%. You need the 100% chance. And then here I guess you can get away with no books, but having the additional damage from the books really does help. No books here. Masteries, I did go for a kind of like a mixed bag here. I went with Eagle Eye because obviously the increased accuracy is very helpful. He's first a support champion for, you know, obviously setting up your nukers, weakening the enemy, for example. And then I did go down a little bit of offense just so we can boost him up a little bit. I think if you went full defense support, you could go down Defiant, improve parry, and then go to Rejuvenation. And then you could probably end up taking Harvest Despair so you can get Leech. That would be kind of cool just to give your team like more sustain. And then obviously having like Retribution or something would be nice. Or even take Cycle of Revenge so you can get turn meter so you can get back maybe more stuns, or, you know, have a chance to bring back your fallen teammate. But I think like this move, it's kind of like a nice mix given to a champion that otherwise probably would have had just like a plain revive. Like, for example, if this move was just like Sifi's single target revive, for example, it kind of would be like kind of boring-ish. But I think giving Odin like this kind of like unique move, and then also giving him the revive mechanic is actually kind of nice. It allows him to deal a little bit of damage. You can kind of build him out in kind of several different ways. And it doesn't hurt to build him out, you know, with a little bit of damage here, right? Like for me, I got him with a little bit of crit damage, not too much crit damage actually, and he was hitting pretty good. He was hitting pretty good against some of those pretty tanky support champions. So I think there's potential there. I chose Lasting Gift. I'm not sure if the buffs he spreads will get the extra turn, because I don't think they're cast by him. I'm not 100% sure by that. Otherwise, Arcane Celerity for some extra turn meter doesn't hurt, of course. And then, yeah, that's about it. I mean, for him, like I said, his passive is incredibly strong. You can definitely build him super slow so that he can just benefit off of everybody else's speeds and turns and then start casting this. That wouldn't be that bad of a play to, for example, like build him super slow with crazy damage or something and then just let him slam people with this. But I think this is probably still his money move, and you'll probably want him to go fast, high accuracy, You don't necessarily need stone skin if you're super fast. You don't necessarily need 2-turn stone skin, so you can just do 1-turn stone skin, for example, and go higher accuracy accessories, for example. That would totally work, or just go full accuracy and high speed. The problem with Odin is that he basically occupies the same spot as Arman's, which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate, because Arman's is just better than Odin as that role. So at the end of the day, they really do occupy the same space, because Odin has a single target strip, basically the same as a single target sheep, and then he has a strip and a stun just like Arman's, but then Arman's can cheat turns. But Odin does have the crazy passive, right? So they kind of occupy the same space, but Odin is a void legendary. You kind of expect a little bit more from him, and he does do a little bit more, but it's not really enough to really justify him as like a crazy void legendary. But he is definitely a good void legendary. I'm going to say that as my final verdict on this champion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the showcase. Hopefully you guys have made up your minds a little bit about what you guys think about Odin. Overall, I think, like I said, he's an above average void level champion. But is he one of those supreme level champions that you probably hope and really go for? I don't know if he actually is, just because he does occupy the same space as Arman's. And he is susceptible to sheep. So if you run into high level sheeps, he is going to get sheep pretty often. Luckily for him, like, sheep's only going to, you know, trigger once against all his debuffs on his A3. So he only has one opportunity, but his A1 does trigger as well. So you have to be careful about that, you know, his susceptibility to sheep, which is a big thing, obviously, in arena and stuff. So anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Odin. Let me know if you guys are planning to go for him in any of these dedicated events. I know there's going to be a champ chase coming up, and there is a 10x coming up this week. But yeah, let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.